Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our life to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. You ever sit there with like a buddy, or maybe you stand in front of a mirror and then you say to yourself, that's it. Like, I'm done bullshitting. Like, no more. Like, I'm done giving up. I'm going all fucking in this time, right? And then a few days later, the hype fades, the emotions fade, life gets heavy, and then you're right back on your fucking ass, exactly where you said that you weren't gonna be. Like, you see, my friend, like, that is the problem, right? And today, we're going to be talking about what happens after the motivation leaves the room. Because that's where, my friend, when the motivation leaves the room and you're able to still show up, and you're able to still do the thing, you're able to still do what you said you were going to do, that's the moment that your greatness starts. That's the moment that you start chasing a better life. That's the moment that you start proving to yourself that you have what it takes inside to follow through on your word. Because if you don't, then you're just going to die. If you don't, you're just going to go back to doing the way you used to do. If you don't, you're just going to go back to sitting on your ass. If you don't, you're just going to go back to making excuses of why you couldn't do it this time yet again. Your feelings will fail you, my friend. And that is the absolute truth. If there's something that you want to walk away with this episode, is that line right there. Your feelings will fail you, but your commitments, they won't. You see, when we're in the moment, when we're in the feels, when our energy is up, when the emotions are high, when the frequency is up, when you're feeling good, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and 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 this. But what happens when it all leaves? When it all leaves is the moment that we all give up. When it all leaves is the moment we're like, maybe tomorrow. But if you rely on your commitments rather on your emotions, then you will do more. You will be more. You will create yourself into a man that you didn't know could happen. You see, inspiration is a damn liar, my friend, if you're not grounded in the discipline. That's a key factor right there. Inspiration is a damn liar if you're not grounded in the discipline. Because if you're disciplined, right, then you can have inspiration come through, and you can have it affect you in positive ways, and then you can help it solidify your discipline to move forward. But if you're not disciplined, if you're only relying on your motivation, if you're only relying on your feelings, and then inspiration comes through, you ride that little wave, and the moment it leaves, the moment you don't feel like it, the moment that things are not going your way, you're gonna be like, fuck this shit, right? That's what happens to most of us. Just think about it. Like, how many plans have you made on a high? Like, how many things that you say you are going to do when you're on an emotional high? Think about it. Like the gym routines, the side hustles, the building better habits, the promises to your family, the being a better man, the stop smoking or stop drinking, or whatever it is for you, my friend. How many times were you still following through what you said you were going to do a month later when you were on that emotional high? Right? Like, following through is not about feelings. Following through is about remembering, right? It's about remembering why you fucking started. It's about remembering who's watching. It's about remembering who the fuck you said you wanted to become. It's about remembering why you started doing this in the first place. Remember, remember, because we forget when the emotions leave, when the emotion is not there, when we're not feeling it, when things are not right, when you're not on an emotional high, when things are difficult, when the schedule gets hectic, when the fucking weather is outside is crazy, right? We all become professional excuse makers. So this is why it's important for you to remember who the fuck you said you wanted to become. You see, like, bro, we're way through the year already, right? But I know that most of you, I had some too, that we had New Year's resolutions, right? We had New Year's commitments, right? And one that is very common, right, is that, oh, this year I'm gonna get fit. This year I'm gonna fucking hit the gym every morning. This year I'm gonna be fucking in my best shape possible, right? And what happened, right? Like, where are you at? Like, analyze yourself, right? We're way through the year, right? You can still change things around, but you need to be able to analyze what you said you were going to do and you didn't, right? You see, you didn't fail because the goal was wrong. You failed because you expected it to feel like it every damn day. And that is the problem. Because you're not going to feel like doing it every single day. Actually, most of the fucking time, you ain't going to feel like doing it. Most of the time, you're going to be battling your mind and trying to punch it in the fucking face to those excuses that it keeps throwing you. Right? Most of the time, you ain't going to fucking feel like doing it. Right? Like, if you only show up when it feels good, don't expect it to ever be great. Right? Because the truth of the matter is that when you feel good, it's probably like 10% of the time, and maybe I might be feeling a little generous, right? Most of the time, you don't feel like doing it. Most of the time, it doesn't feel good. Most of the time, it doesn't feel sexy. It's not comfortable when you're fucking doing it. When you're gonna go start doing it, the change comes when you're done with that task. The change comes when you're finished that workout. The change comes when you're done with the task that you said that you were going to do, but yet you didn't want to do it anyways. Because right there, in that moment, is when the perception shifts. And it's when the mind starts believing that you were actually going to do what you said you were going to do because you did it despite you not wanting to do it. See, the gap between the life that you want and the life that you have is made through the follow throughs. Right? Let me repeat that. The gap, which is between where you want to be and where you are, is closed between your follow throughs, right? Like, imagine what life would have looked like right now if you had followed through with only 50% of the stuff that you said you were going to do, right? Like that business idea, that fitness goal, that morning routine, that deep work time in the morning, the garage build, the working on your relationship, the spending more time with your family, like whatever it is, the being more spiritual connected with God. Like, most men don't need more ideas. Most men, what they need to do is they need to have more execution in their life. Like, just think about it. Like, think about the first time you said you were going to stop drinking, or think about the first time you said you're going to stop scrolling, or think about the first time you said you're going to stop quitting on yourself. Like, how would life look like now, today, right? If you actually did it. Like, how different would this year have been for you midway through if you actually followed through with the things that you said you were going to do at the beginning of the year, right? How different would you be right now? How different would your position in life, whether it be financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it is, right? If you actually follow through with the things that you said you were going to fucking do. See, the man who follows through an average, excuse me, let me repeat that. The man who follows through on average ideas beats the genius who quits every time. Right? And let me repeat that because I fucking, excuse me, I'm still battling a little sickness here. The man who follows through on average ideas still beats the genius who quits every time, because it's all about the follow through, my friend. You can have mediocre ideas and still follow through, and the other guy can have genius ideas and barely ever follows through, and you're going to come out on top over him, because it's all about showing up. It's all about your commitment. It's all about doing the things that you said you were going to do when you were fucking on that high, right? Like, this is why they say fuck your feelings. This is why they say fuck your feelings. I'm gonna repeat it a third time. This is why they say fuck your feelings and do it anyway. You see, your feelings are like weather, right? One day it's sunny, and the next day is stormy, and then the next day is windy, and then the next day it's completely different, right? You don't cancel life because the sky is dark, my friend. What you do is you put on a damn jacket and you all and you get moving. Like, just think about it. Like, if we all have to go to work, most of us, right? Like a big 99% of us, right? We all have to go to work. And if you looked outside and it was pouring raining, right? Like, would you not go to work every day because it was pouring rain? No, you know you have to go to work. You know you have to go fucking show up if you want to make some money to pay your bills and to support your family, right? And so what's going to happen? You're going to put on that jacket. You're going to maybe run through the storm, get to your car, and you're going to keep moving. Well, what if we actually treated life the same way? Like, when it's hard, when it's boring, when it's inconvenient, when it doesn't feel right, when you want to make up those excuses. That's when the real version of you, it's either built or fucking buried. In those moments, right? When you have to choose the hard road over the easy one is when you become greater than the version that you are right now. Like, think about it. That cold morning, like when you didn't want to go for a ride. That cold morning when you didn't want to go for a run. That cold morning, maybe when you didn't want to go for a swim. Or that cold morning, and that right, that was kind of relating to my triathlon journey, right? Or maybe that cold morning when you didn't want to open your laptop. Or that cold morning when you didn't even want to get up, right? But you did it anyway. That rep right there, it changed you way more than all the easy ones put together. The reason why it changed you is because you chose discomfort over the comfort. And you proved to your mind that you went and fucking did it anyway. You see, you're not tired. You're just addicted to the comfort, my friend. You don't need more motivation. What you need is some fucking big ass balls and a calendar to fucking execute off of. Right? And what that means is that you need to set some goals in play. You need to put an action plan into play. You need to put it in your calendar, and then you need to fucking show up like you fucking truly mean it. Not only when you feel like it, not only when it's right, not only when the weather is good, not only when it feels perfect, every fucking day. When you don't fucking feel like it, when you don't want to do it, when it doesn't feel right, when it's so much easier to just go and fucking put your feet up on the couch and relax. That right there is what builds you. That right there is what's going to set you apart. That right there, repeated time and time and time and time again, it's what's going to separate you from the motherfuckers who are doing just average shit. So my question for you as we wrap up this episode, it's what's the one thing that you've been saying that you're going to do for months, but you haven't followed through on it, right? And let's even take it a step back. What is the one thing that you said you were going to do at the beginning of this fucking year? And yet here we are, halfway through the fucking year, and you still haven't followed through with it, right? And what would your life look like right now if you would have had done it, right? Like, just think about it. And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because if you didn't do it till now, well, you have another 6 months to really capitalize on your actions, right? And what would your life look like at the end of this year if you actually showed up every day for the rest of this year, right? And my challenge for you, right, is I want you to pick one promise that you made to yourself. And I want you to keep it, right? I want you to keep it for the rest of this fucking year. No more skipping, no more excuses, no more quitting, no more saying, oh, it's just not the right time. Like, even when it fucking sucks, actually, especially when it fucking sucks, commit to fucking doing it. Commit to yourself that I don't fucking quit, that I fucking do it, that I'm gonna fucking do what I said I was gonna do because this is what's gonna build me into the next version of myself. You see, anybody can start, anybody can talk, but the rare breed, my friend, is the motherfuckers who finish. The motherfuckers who say who do what they say they were going to do. The motherfuckers who show up when it was boring. The motherfuckers who show up when it was painful. The motherfuckers who, when no one was clapping, they were still fucking putting in the work. That's who wins. That's who becomes undeniable. That's who builds a future that is way more grandiose than you can even think of right now. Your future isn't waiting on your feelings, my brother. Your future is waiting on you to follow through with the shit that you said you were going to follow through. So fucking gear up, lock in, and let's go live wide open. Especially on the days where we don't fucking feel like it. That right there is the recipe to becoming a wide open warrior. That right there is the recipe to be living a life way more badass than you're living right now. That right there is the recipe for you to achieving the things that you think that are so far out there, that are not even possible for you in your life. That right there is the recipe how you become greater than you are right now, my friend. Live wide open. Wide open is the way. And following through on the things that you said you were going to do is the little thing that will set you apart from the rest, my friend. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. Yo, if you still haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're fucking waiting for, bro. Smash that fucking button so you never miss another episode. And if you vibe with today's message, and if you want to help contribute to the growth of this mission, my brother, do me a solid. And share this episode with another brother. Share this episode with another man. Share this episode with another motorhead. Share this episode with another gearhead. Share this episode with another man who needs to thrive in life so that we can become better than we were yesterday. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.